Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. Today we're back on the free to play because I wanted to do a video on one of the most utilized epic champions for, I would say, the clan boss, and I'll showcase him in my free to play account this time around since I managed to pick him up. I have him leveled up with masteries. He's not fully leveled up, level 55, but I think it's going to be a fair representation, very close to the maximum amount of HP, attack, and defense that he would get at level 60. But Anox is the way to go for clan boss, I would say, and he'll be replacing Kale, the one and only Kale, who has been in my team for clan boss for, well, since the beginning of this free to play journey. So since I started, I was using this free to play kind of setup with rares and epics as we are allowed, and once I got a little bit more champions and gear, the team was slowly improving around the 2 key territory for Nightmare. I don't think I'll be able to get close to Ultra Nightmare, unfortunately, with this setup that I have, but that's how it is. So let me show you guys on how I'll be going ahead and equipping my boy Anox. He's level 55. There are his masteries with War Master as the focus, since that will allow us to heal, but also with the life set, but also going for the Master Hexer and Cycle of Magic to help him get his cooldowns back up. And what are his cooldowns? His A2 is Deathly E-Course, attacks one enemy 2 times, 75% chance of placing, a 50% decrease accuracy, and a 5% poison debuff for 3 turns. This poison, so you apply it 2 times, will be for 3 turns, and if you can get that with Cycle of Magic, you'll be able to apply it more often. I like that this is a guaranteed way of applying our debuffs. So far, I was using Kale, who unfortunately has this 4-hitting attack with only 50% chance to apply it. So it's basically the same thing, but a longer cooldown, okay, and a shorter duration. The only thing that Kale has a little bit better is this, which is a small poison that he can apply consistently with his default attack, which makes him a reasonable choice for clan boss. So we'll see on how much better he's gonna be. Anox is gonna be, but I think he will be, because he also can apply a decreased defense consistently. Let's say I didn't have Rathalos, he would be able to apply this for our team, and then he also has a way to apply Weaken, which also helps us and heals a little bit more. So there's no chance for us to go really that low. In case we go low, he has this passive with a 5-turn cooldown for the active effect. Grants an extra turn when this champion's HP drops below 10%, but in general, places a 60% increased defense buff on this champion for 2 turns when their HP drops below 75%. Places an increased attack if his HP drops below 50%. So has a way to self-boost himself and give himself more damage. So the way that I want to build him is with the lifesteal gear, some accuracy. I want to get to about 200 accuracy on him if I can, and then lifesteal 200 accuracy, and then as much damage as I can on the lifesteal set. So with the optimizer, let's go and see what we can build, and I'll show you guys as well on my thinking process behind everything, just so you get an idea on how I go about building these sorts of champions, especially for the free-to-play account. There's not much gear that I have available, so I'll go for about, I want to say 175 speed, and well, I'm doing Nightmare, so Nightmare you don't need 230 accuracy. I'm gonna go for 180 accuracy. I think I should be okay. If I had a banner with accuracy, that would have made things a lot easier, but well, I don't have it, so that's a goal for the future. And the Great Hole bonuses that I have are not focused on Spirit Champions, unfortunately. So let's see what build we can get. 3000 attack, 1.4k defense, almost 200 speed, 100% crit rate, 158 crit damage with 180 accuracy. So how is that build good for us? No, let's lock out Rathalos gear and this guy's gear as well, and let's drop back a little bit and see what we can push. We can push for 100% crit rate, 123 crit damage, good amount of accuracy. With an accuracy, it's interesting because this is an accuracy chess piece and then 2 pieces of perception to make this work. I think I can actually use this. I think I can use this and be doing some good damage. My defense is a little bit on the lower side, 1.5k, but because we get the defense up, I think I should be okay. The only thing is I don't have the silver to upgrade everything to maximum, so we're gonna be a little bit behind on all of that, but for now I think this build should be okay. So I'll go ahead and build this very quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the build. The build is not the best, I will admit, but for beginners, beginner accounts, such as this one, I think we should be okay with 3,000 attack, 1.4k defense, 176 speed, crit rate at 100%, 111 crit damage. This will go up once I level up all my gear, but I just don't have the silver at the moment, which I know you guys can feel for, right? I know you guys are at the same point. Sometimes you're like, oh, come on, I'm missing so much silver on the account. Well, this is the case for us too. In terms of accuracy, I don't like how low my accuracy is, but it's okay for Nightmare because of the accuracy chest there. Ideally, I wouldn't have an accuracy chest, and I would have an accuracy banner. But yeah, you need some luck from Spider to actually get an accuracy banner. So for now, we're gonna go with this and see what the difference is. As I said, my usual keys on the clan boss, all right? So I did 33.4 with that team. I should do more than that. So 33.4, it was an average of about 16.5, 17 million damage. I should be able to do more than that. And we're even on Nightmare, so we are going to be strong affinity for this one. So let's drop Anox in the team. He only misses 5 levels, but that won't play much of a role here. I did get his full masteries earlier, so he didn't manage to fully level it up. But let's go. I usually just run this on auto. I don't have a speed tune team. Even having a speed tune, I don't think it would change much for the account. But let's see Anox going into play. A good thing that I have is Aox, because whenever he gets attacked, he can extend the duration of debuffs that are on the boss, and you'll see my poisons being extended for the duration of the fight. It's gonna make it a real nice addition to our damage, because these poisons, which are the strong version of them, will be extended. So we're going to see some good damage out of him, plus some good damage numbers. So look at that, 24, 25k. We hit quite hard, considering we are building a poisoner. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 debuffs on the boss right now. We are doing about a half to 0.7 million damage per turn. So this is the perfect opportunity for this team to do well, because the boss will be focusing either Apothecary or Jarek, which is what we want, and not our other damage dealers. Jarek is good because he's the tankiest. He survives. He's not there to do any damage. He just wants to get hit, basically. So lots of our debuffs will go out now, but some of them got extended. That's cool. Anox is looking very strong. Look at this. Boss turn count at 7 with 5.7 million damage. I'm loving this so much. At the moment, he was an upgrade to Kale. Kale is now built in a region set, so he can actually solo the Scarab boss from the Doom Tower. And I thought I'll just leave him in that set and slowly start building up my Anox. I have many other champions. Look at this. We're almost 1 million damage per key. This combo is insane, actually. If you think about it, this is a Nightmare clan boss, right? Building a team with just rares and epics really shows their power. Okay, I have Rathalos, but he's not even able to land his Brimstone at the moment because of the max debuffs on the top. Plus, he's not built with any accuracy, and we're still running a really strong damage number. And I think this will be my best key ever. My best key ever was 20.4 million. My biggest problem with this setup is my Apothecary, honestly. I was thinking of using Arbiter, but I haven't built Arbiter yet. You can definitely go for an Arbiter build for clan boss in order to speed boost everybody, give increased attack. You can also remove buffs with Arbiter and apply the weaken debuff. But at the moment, it's not something that I had my sights for. I don't have a lot of food champions left. And honestly, the free-to-play competition ends in about 2 weeks. And I think I'm getting tired of it, if I'm being honest. I'm getting tired of the competition a little bit at this account. I have other stuff that I'm working on at this point. So I think I might be just giving away the account. In the end, it has like 6 or 7 legendaries by now. So it's a solid account, really solid account. But let's see how this is going to go. Look at Anox actually dropping now in health. The defense, the low amount of defense he has really shows now. With a 1.4, I think he would be ideal if I built him with about 2,000 defense and not go for so much damage if I want more consistency out of this team. Because especially versus Magic, I would have to think twice. So there's the increased defense on us. We managed to keep a little bit healthy here because we get to full. We have the increased defense on us all times, at all times almost. There it is. It's at all times we're protected basically, okay? So at turn 20, things become very tanky. Not tanky. We become very squishy, okay? At turn count 20. And it's like a countdown for the boss to start doing more and more damage. And you see it right now, right? Look at how low everybody's dropping. And we have a decreased attack on the boss. But the increased attack he has, it's something that you actually need to work on removing with a sort of setup. But currently, the only thing I could have changed, look at this. We died, but it's fine. We're probably going to do a good amount of damage. If it's a consistent 2-key, I'm happy for it being an upgrade. But I think the biggest thing I could have done would honestly be to probably remove Apothecary. But I don't know. Apothecary provides so much to the team. Just a lot more attack speed. So there's Brimstone finally. And it's going to do about 250. We finished with 22.23 million. Look at Anox. 8.9 million damage. He's not leveled up. His defense sucked. And you saw how easy he died on that AoE. He shouldn't have died. I think I should have run him with at least 2,000 defense. That increased defense buff, because it provides you 60% extra defense, I think that would have been key in him surviving a little bit more. But these sort of teams, when one member dies, it's like the domino effect and everybody will slowly die, especially if you're decreased attack champion, which is Jareg. If he dies and it's not extended by Aox, it's good night. It's good night. And yeah, this team works pretty well. Aox can also be replaced eventually. You don't really need the increase in duration of your buffs, of your debuffs. It helps a ton for damage, but yeah, look at Anox doing so good on this. And that's it for the 2-key. It just works like magic, honestly. And I'm at 55.64 million. If it's a 2-key, I'll be able to eventually just run 2-key Nightmare, then a 1-key on Brutal, stuff like that, to make it easier for me. You can use him in other areas. I would imagine on Dragon's Lair 25, I could potentially use him now that I have a sort of better setup, but I think he's going to be very squishy and won't really survive. So I wonder, because I'm able to have Armands, right? Control everything. I wonder if that's enough to give us, you know, the damage that we need on the boss, because we need poisons, right? So let me give some speed there on Mordecai, because I removed him. I think we're okay with the accuracy lead. Don't really need it, but I'm gonna run that. And it's pretty funny, if you ever run Armands, they don't really get a turn. You might do the polymorph thing, but for the majority of this, we should have everything under control. So when Anox gets his next turn, should be able to control them again. There it is. And you just do like a rotation of this. And this is how it goes for round 1 and 2. So I'm going to skip right ahead to the boss part to see on how Anox performs in there. All right, we reached the boss pretty easy. One of our members died, but it's fine. My biggest problem will be Armands getting weak hits multiple times. And making this run not so consistent for Dragon 25 farming, that is. But also, actually, my biggest problem is the boss. The boss does a lot of damage, and I don't have a decreased attack. I could run a decreased attack, but Anox is going to be so squishy here. Maybe weak hits are going to help us, but that's 35% of the time, right? So I wonder if we can actually drop the... couldn't really drop the boss's purple bar there, which is his health. I think he does more damage with this when he does it, the secret skill. So there's the HP burn at least. There's some poisons. That's good. Look at how low I drop. Yeah, it's a bit bad, but oof. Yeah, I died too quickly there. His stats are not there because all of the gear that he has now is not leveled up. The accuracy chest piece is something that needs to go for sure. So this is probably like a failed run. I don't think I can survive with my Rathalos. My Rathalos is way tankier than you guys might think. He's running a defense banner and he's running like 50 accuracy, so he is able to survive usually, but I don't think he has the damage to beat this consistently, because we need to get lucky with counterattacks and him healing. So now maybe he gets the win here, but it's still not enough for me to consider this as a consistent. But look at this. with a couple of turns he took 1.2 million, and he can slowly level up here. I guess I could do this and just slowly level him up here. And maybe if I run, instead of Dithy for the defense down, I'd run like a Reviver. I could do that. But yeah, guys, Anox is the way to go if you're looking for a big clan boss champion. I would say defense percent if you can. Defense and defense percent if you can on the rings. It's just a work in progress, right? Like, this is an attack first. Attack primary ring. I would replace it with a defense and a defense percent ring to make it better. Crit damage is nice on him, but extra accuracy would have been ideal. Then we have the banner. Ideally, this should be accuracy to get you where you need to, like 230, 235 for Ultra Nightmare. And then everything else, I would say you guaranteed need the lifesteal if you don't have another way to protect yourself, like big shields and stuff like that. But this account, I'll give you an example. Like if I was properly doing this account and was not restricted with not using my legendaries, I would have used the legendaries I have in the vault right now, which is Valkyrie in there, and she would have been huge for this team to protect everybody. And I could possibly not even require a lifesteal set on Anox, just because the Valkyrie would be keeping everybody at high amounts of shield and the counterattack buff for just getting damage through. And I wouldn't really need the lifesteal gear unless for champions like Jareg, who would also be taking more damage than usual because of the ally protection. But that is how it goes. Anyway, guys, this was the video. Anox is amazing, good damage overall. Made my clan boss team about 10%, 15% better. Guaranteed 2 key now, and I'll slowly be working on that guy. What do you guys think? Let me know down below, and give me one of your MVPs. Maybe I'll do like a showcase on the main account for the clan boss. I want it to be an epic though. MVP epic for clan boss, and don't say that the all known ones like Geomancer. Don't say the champions we all expect. I want a damage dealer that you might think nobody else is using. Leave that down below as a comment. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.